What's holding you back and why you cannot change your life even if you try really hard. Listen, if you tried affirmations, discipline, fasting, self-improvement practicing, but nothing seems to last. The same relationships and situations keep repeating, you keep falling back into the same addictions and anxiety and depressions, you've invested in financial coaching but your income hasn't changed, you feel stuck at the same income or career level, or for example, you constantly feel drained, unmotivated, and disconnected from life. Does any of this sound familiar? From the perspective of modern neuroscience and in quantum theories of consciousness, we can notice one interesting thing. We build our lives from subconscious programs and codes. And when I say program and codes, I don't mean anything mystical. I mean an automatic subconscious pattern that begins influencing your thoughts, emotions, and behavior before you're aware of making a conscious choice. For example, if someone has a deep subconscious program around scarcity of big money, no financial course will change their results. They may even start a new business in a new field, work harder than ever, and still find themselves creating the same outcome. What do I mean by that? Think of yourself as the most advanced computer ever created. Your brain is the hardware, your subconscious with programs is operating system. And every belief, emotional pattern, and life experience becomes a piece of code running in the background. Some programs help you, others were useful just once but no longer serve you, and some behave like corrupted code. You don't see them, you don't choose them, but they are still running. And imagine trying to install the newest software on the computer that is still running outdated code in the background. The new software won't perform the way it's supported to. The old code keeps overriding it. The same thing happened with us. Like new knowledge often conflicts with all subconscious programs. You can read 100 books, attend 10 seminars, repeat affirmations every morning. But if your subconscious is still running programs like big money is dangerous, or you face difficulty to trust people, have this subconscious love always leads to pain, or it's dangerous to speak public, those programs will quietly keep influencing your decisions, your behavior, and ultimately the life you create. So what are the subconscious programs and codes, and where do they come from? A subconscious program is an automatic internal pattern that shapes how a person responds to life. I often describe it as an unnecessary weight. The lighter you become, the easier it is to move forward to the life you truly want. Imagine a balloon. If you fill it out with the air, it's going to stay on the ground. These are your old patterns. But if you change it to helium, it can fly, right? So it is changeable. These programs can come from several sources. First, certain subconscious patterns are inherited through family or ancestral influences. For example, the world isn't safe, or it's dangerous to speak public because your ancestors were killed, and that is why right now there's fear inside your DNA. Rachel Yehuda in her research in epigenetic suggests that severe parental stress may leave biological marks associated with stress responses in the future generations. Second one, early childhood. Many of our core beliefs are formed during childhood, especially before the age of 12, because we are on theta waves. Check my another video. These programs continue running automatically regardless of how much new information we learn. That is why willpower often works only temporarily before people fall back into old patterns. John Bowlby says that early childhood shapes adult behavior. Third one, emotionally significant experience. Strong emotional events can leave lasting subconscious imprints. For example, imagine if you're sitting in the classroom and your teacher suddenly shouts, not at you, but at the guy who was like really far away, but your body freezes, your nervous system records loud voice equal danger. And a year later, for example, your manager raises the voice during a meeting, nothing dangerous has actually happened, but your body freezes again and you will have the same reactions because your subconscious isn't responding to the present, it is responding to an old emotional imprint. That is why some people feel as if they're still living at the age when the experience first happened. And I often Compare subconscious with the library, because whenever we experience something, it is just stored in this library and continues shaping in our life without even us by realizing that. So, from my experience, I got profound changes with my back pain after working with my own subconscious patterns. I recorded a video sharing how my chronic back pain disappeared after working through subconscious patterns that I believe were connected to. Another example for you: my teacher had been told for nearly 10 years that she couldn't have children. Today, she is a mother of 4. For example, some practitioners notice that when a child under 14 is frequently sick, it may be worth asking not only what's wrong with the child, but also, is there ongoing anxiety in the family? Other adults suppressing their emotions? Other conflicts that no one is talking about? Yeah, and the same perspective applied to our pets. If a pet develops a serious illness like cancer, it was, by the way, my friend example, some practitioners explore whether the owner has been carrying unresolved grief, living in constant endurance, or struggling to let go of the past, because it was with her as well. While this isn't an established medical explanation, I believe our subconscious and emotional state can deeply influence us. And those closest to us, especially children and pets, who are often most sensitive, that is why they influence us a lot. Another amazing example about business. One business owner came to me earning 1 million a month, but his goal was 5. During our sessions, he realized that ever since childhood, he had been unconsciously trying to prove to his father that he was good enough, as his older brother was named after his father, and somewhere deep inside, my client had developed the belief that his brother was the real son, the one who truly belonged. Without realizing it, he spent years trying to earn father's approval instead of building his own success. Once we worked through that subconscious patterns, his decisions began to change. And as his decision changed, so did his business. And eventually, he reached the income he'd been working toward for years. This is our subconscious game. And in my experience, changing subconscious patterns often changes the choice people make, and different choices create different outcomes. That is why I don't see subconscious programs as fate or sentence or punishment. They are simply patterns that influence how we think, feel, and respond to life, and this pattern can be identified and can be changed. So once you identify the old code that no longer serves you and replace it with something new, life can be changed. If you're curious to discover which subconscious pattern may be influencing your life, just DM me. So how to work with these subconscious programs? During my sessions, we don't argue with the mind or try to convince it. Instead, we help the body relax and gently enter the subconscious mind. In that state, we gain access to what I called the subconscious library, the place where all automatic patterns and emotional memories are stored. So then it is possible to identify the real program, which is continue creating pain or limiting your life, and then we begin replacing them with new ones that supports the result you actually want. Your goal may be related to relationships, health, business, finance, it doesn't matter. One thing, many people think that simply becoming aware of a problem is enough. Unfortunately, no. Awareness is the first step, but changing deeply rooted subconscious pattern is often much easier with a coach or professional. That is why I combine subconscious analysis, I also combine breath works and other techniques. Together, they help create new state of clarity, our brain works differently, and brain gives certain commands to our system so we reach inner peace, joy, and connect with our life. By the way, in my other video called The One Thing You Do 20,000 times a day that shapes your life, I explain why breathing plays such an important role in helping the brain create new subconscious patterns. Check it out. If you don't believe me, Come and experience it yourself. I run breathing sessions twice a week, and I'll guide you through a short 20 minutes mindset diagnostic session in exchange of your honest feedback. And I will highlight what subconscious programs are ruling and managing your life right now. Coming to the conclusion, the real question isn't, do I have enough willpower or work hard enough? Or this is not the question, what's wrong with me? The real question is, which subconscious program is making decisions right now? And once you find it, it is easier to change it and to change your life. This is exactly what I help people discover, to identify the subconscious patterns that continue influencing their choices. Then, by working with the body, attention, and inner state, they begin creating new patterns, and over time, a different experience of life and results can be seen in their outside reality. Don't believe me? But curious to explore which subconscious pattern may be influencing your lifetime today. So DM me. See you.